So far, Marvel Snap's battle mode has been an awful lot of fun, jamming games with players in the community and just kind of bringing everything Marvel Snap together. But there's been a lot of demand to see some games being played for some stakes, so today I'm trying something new. I'm reaching out on Twitter, thanks to the Marvel Snap Zone account, with 6 individual battle mode codes, and the first people to come and find me with each of those codes will get the chance to play against me on video for this series. What happens if I lose? Well, for every single player who manages to take a game off of me while we're doing this, I will have to buy the corresponding variant in my variant shop. There are 6 variants a day, and so I will always be playing 6 games with the community, at risk of having to buy all 6 if I can't win games of Marvel Snap. If you enjoy this type of content, be sure to let me know. Pop a comment down below in the description box for me. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel here on Marvel Snap Zone. We're going to be breaking this down into 2 videos, as it is quite long, truth be told. 3 games today, and then 3 games again tomorrow, to see how this kind of plays out, and whether or not I'm forced to buy any of these variants. So, what concoction are we playing today, I hear you ask? Well, for anyone who follows me personally over on Twitter, you'll know that I just opened Shanna. Shanna, my first ever Series 5 card, and I was gonna play with it regardless of whether I think it's good or not. That might not be the best strategy when there's actually real stakes on the line, but here we are, and here I am. What you see on screen now is a variation of the old school Serra Miracle style archetype, based around utilising Zabu and Serra in order to have final burst turns, including a card like Shanna to fill up all our locations, with 1-cost cards being buffed by Kazar, and turning on our Ant-Man and copies of Mojo when the opponent thought they were ahead. Additionally, we have cards like Shang-Chi and Valkyrie that can also steal games from our opponent when we are so far behind until the final turn of the game. Last but not least, a little bit of a tech choice in here for the battle mode format. Rogue is just a card that does a great job at slowing opponents down and stealing important ongoing effects. And as a result, we're playing a copy of that in this one as well. This deck has been really sweet, and I'm looking forward to seeing how many members of the community it can beat. So without any further ado, let's head into games and see how this challenge goes for me. There we go. First one in. Alright, so this is for the Flaviano variant, right? Okay, this is pretty awful. Say hello to our opponent, as we should. Yondu will eat our Angela alive. That's pretty bad. We're currently not doing anything early here, so I am scared and confused. Okay, Iceman's a good draw. We don't really want to shuffle rocks into our deck just yet. I don't mind this being thrown around somewhere else later on, so we'll get a bit icy. Scorpion will reduce our stats, unfortunately. Throne Room. Oh, imagine not having a turn 3 play here either. Okay. So at the moment I lean towards holding the Shanna. Our turn 6 isn't looking great right now. We actually have quite a lot of our top end in our hand. The Shanna should provide quite a lot of burst after the Serra, hopefully. But it means it takes up 3 of our energy, so we're not going to get much of a chance to do anything else, I don't think. I'm not entirely sure what we're against yet here either. Okay. So I'm actually going to Serra mid to try and give myself the best shot of my Shanna kind of filling a location for this Ant-Man or this Mojo. So I think that's where we're currently at. I feel like maybe we're about to get white tigered or something. Kind of scared about what this Wong do. Iceman hits the Ant-Man. That's bad news. No, it isn't, because we have a Serra in place. It still costs 1 anyway, right? Okay. That kind of sucks. So the best we've... got... What is the best we've got here? Do we ever beat a snap? So this is realistically going to be... Ant-Man, Mojo, Shana. We could just Shang-Chi the throne room instead. I think we go for this. Doctor Doom goes mid. This is not enough. Unfortunate. Alright, we're 4 cubes down in the first one. The comeback is on. Not how we intended to start. I guess I kind of didn't expect 10 power mid off the Doom. But now I know. Now we know that a Doom can be coming on the final turn. So let's try and mitigate that. Another throne room is not really what I'm looking for here. We will get a little bit icy though. Okay, that's a good draw. What are these locations? Why are they back again? Well, we're definitely Angela into Strange Academy because it actually gives us a chance to get more juice onto the Angela later. I think it's our turn to snap here with the Zabu coming down. Good chance we can draw a 4 to go alongside this. Opponent has a similar thought process, apparently. Okay. We can squeeze a bishop in here first. Alternatively, we can just rogue this Zabu, which I think is a bit too good not to do. So I'll be grabbing that. Oh, wish I hadn't. Very much wish I hadn't. Okay, the Shang-Chi is going to be really good later on. So for now, we go Bishop. We got to be really careful about filling this throne room up. Alright, hopefully we don't get too unlucky here, because this is going to suck if we lose all 3. Gonna hang in here for 4. This might have to be the comeback of a goddamn lifetime. Oh, admittedly, slightly biased, because this is the variant that I was willing to buy the most. There is a white tiger in here. Right, okay. We obviously did not know that. Oh, come on! That's so much bullshit. How am I going to have all 3 land in the throne room? Ah! Okay, this is going to have to be one heck of a comeback to save ourselves from this one. Okay, that's a pretty good start, admittedly. The Iceman not getting picked up kind of sucks, but we'll live with it. Opponent's Iceman is bigger than ours. Our Rogue now costs 4. Makes a lot of sense. The Bifrost. We can live with the Bifrost. Yondu coming down. Eats an Ant-Man. Not ideal, but we can work around that. It's not one of the big hitters. Lecuguela, sure. No turn 3 play here really kind of blows. No turn 3 for either of us, apparently. Okay. We'll get this Khazar on the table. The Valkyrie could be quite clutch here, actually, because our opponent doesn't know we have that yet. Okay, we have gained a rogue target. Do we have time for that?
Opponent snapped.
Not having a reveal priority here blows. I think we got to take a chance. This hand can definitely win this game. So if we do it this way, the tiger does come down. We were kind of hoping they landed in the same spot as it lined the Valkyrie up a lot more easily. Now I think we're boned. But we can't actually get out of this now, so boned or otherwise doesn't really matter. So I guess we have to hope some kind of buff hits mid. That has to be the play, right? Cool. No buff hitting mid, that's for sure. Not starting strong on this one. You can tell we haven't played any games of Marvel Snap yet. Brain on warm-up duty. Sadly, couldn't get the Valkyrie in next to this Shana, because that would have done the job. Unfortunate. Well, not the best of places to start, huh? Hopefully, our next one can be a bit smoother. Because that was a pretty dodgy showing for an ambitious deck to start with. Hopefully, we can turn that around with the next game. So game 2's code going out on the Twitters now. Let's see how long it takes for someone to come and join us, and then whether we can save ourselves the pain of buying too many variants by being a little experimental. This is crazy. It's absolutely absurd how quickly we can pick up games by posting on the social medias. It's mental. It's just absolutely mental. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. Alright. Second variant at risk. Well, we're not going to be playing Zabu into the Isle of Silence, that's for sure. Do we risk giving our opponent a mojo? I think we snap. Hand is quite good. I think I would rather give them a mojo than a Zabu, because I can't play them in the middle, obviously. Opponent with a turned off lizard is pretty good. You may have a mojo. Oh, come on. Well, that kind of sucks. Well, now I have to give them a Zabu. Good lord, we are running cold as ice so far today. Alright, well we can go Shana Khazar hidden in the Dark Dimension, which is pretty good. Is legitimately pretty good. So this will now have 3, this will now have 3, this will have 1, that's what we got to remember. The Valkyrie here could be very, very strong. So I think we look to go Bishop Ant-Man. And then we probably Valkyrie Machine World on the final turn of the game, I think. The vision is a little dodge. We gained a Shang-Chi. Do we ever fire that off instead? I don't think so. Do we ever Valkyrie the Dark? I don't think so. I think this is what we're doing. This way, if they move the vision into Machine World, we still have this one beat. They don't. Okay. Magnet Man pulls the Bishop. That's a little unfortunate. So their Mojo's going to be turned on? That sucks. The Mojo's not on, actually. Did we get there? Dude, that's so sick. Alright. Up 4 cubes in the second one. Can we save ourselves
Victory.
a chunk of pain? Okay, we know a little bit about what our opponent's doing now, which is nice. Which is definitely nice. But the sad truth is they know a fair bit about what we're doing as well. Because we had to reveal the Valkyrie in that game, which we're always going to try to avoid if possible. So let's get Icy early here. Not going to immediately snap because our Zabu has nothing good to play just yet. They do have a hood. Okay. Sanctum Sanctorium is good for Shana. Admittedly, which is something. So we'll set up the Mojo here in Hell's Kitchen. I imagine we Bishop next turn at the moment, given that Zabu's not doing an awful lot for us. This Valkyrie could reset a lane, which is quite nice. Opponent will Storm.
Wind, aid my hand.
Okay. Oh, dude. That sucks. Okay, well, now we have to do this, I think. And we need to draw Shana, like, now. Oh, there's a Killmonger in the deck. They probably should have snapped before doing that. I imagine we likely retreat basically always now. Yep. Alright. We lose a cube. We're fine to lose a cube, that's okay. We've still got a decent lead here, which is fine. We now know about the Killmonger, and we definitely were hoping to not see too many people bumping into me with Killmongers. It's a bit problematic for what we're trying to do, especially on the last turn of the game where I can't really avoid it with the current configuration, unless I'm, you know, doing what I want to do and going second. Do I hold this Ant-Man right now? I actually think I hold the Ant-Man right now. Gamma Lab is interesting. So we're going to want to draw our Shang-Chi here a lot of the time. Just going to set the Mojo up. Opponent with the Lizard into Isle of Silence again. So choosing to maybe not fight for the Hulk lane. Dream Dimension. So we find the Sarah, which is interesting. Do I want a second Hulk? I think I would rather avoid the second Hulk, knowing that I could Shang-Chi my opponent's Hulks if they went that avenue. So we've gained a Hulk. If we play Zabu Ant-Man, Shana can fill the flooded area for us if we find it. But we are going to have to find it. They have a Shang-Chi as well. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So now filling the flooded area doesn't actually do that much, because we're probably not winning with it anyway. Sarah mid is the plan. And we got a lot of good draws here. I think I snap and see if they want to stick around. Like, Shana's good for us. Kazar is good for us. Yeah, there's a lot of insane draws. Even the Valkyrie's like pretty good on the last turn there as well. It's because we get to go like Angela, Iceman, Valkyrie. So I think snapping is just often correct in that spot. Decent healthy lead here at the moment. Let's see if we can keep on top of it. Crimson Cosmos will not accept an Iceman, which is fine, I think. We'll just get a little Frosty off on the right-hand side instead. Lamentis. Well, that's really not great. We were hoping for slightly better things than that. The lizard does come down. Okay. Icebox hits the Shang-Chi. We can work with that. At least we know if our opponent has a Shang-Chi, it's doing a foul or nothing. Opponent will Killmonger now. Clears the Iceman, which is probably better for us than it happening later, to be completely honest. Because we don't have that many more one-cost cards to work with. Just the Ant-Man. Which the plan here is to go like this and fill up the middle. And hopefully Shang-Chi has what it takes to win a lane. Vision. So sadly, I think we probably lose this most of the time. Because we have reveal priority too? Yeah, okay. Away we go. Excuse me. Okay. Still in the lead here, but not as clear-cut as we were hoping it would be. This hand is pretty reasonable. Would very much like to find a Zabu, to be honest. But we have a decent job of getting most of our hand on the table here before turn 6, which is good. Definitely good. Dream Dimension, not great. Bishop's a fantastic draw, though. Where do we want this to go? No play from my opponent until turn 3. Kind of makes me feel like we're eating a fat Killmonger here. Makes me want to hold this Shana. I think it goes into Stark Tower. Nothing. Just straight up nothing from our opponent. Okay. Well, now my plan is to Kazar on 4, Shana Iceman on 5, and give my opponent the rest of my hand, I think. I can't do that, so it's probably just going to be Shana on 5 because of the Dream Dimension. Alright. So the Ant-Man does get killed by the Killmonger. We were expecting that. That's okay. So this is the best we can do. And then we have to beat Rogue, Valkyrie, Iceman, Angela. Alright. No, we don't.
Victory.
We don't have to beat any of those things. Very cool. Very cool. Round 6 coming up. This one going on for a bit more of a sweat, but we've definitely got a nice healthy lead here. At the moment we are kind of behind. Let's get a little bit icy. Subterranea is not ideal, but admittedly, we can use Kazar to kind of help us out with that a little bit. I think I'm fine to Mojo mid here. Opponent stacks up their Angela, sure. We have been gifted a rock. I accept. Bishop on the left seems fine. Let's try and challenge 2 locations where possible. Excuse me, we have gained a lizard. And we also gained the limbo. Okay, I can work with limbo. A few too many rocks here for my liking at the moment. Challenging for mid might be a little bit rough, but I think we're probably supposed to do it at some point in this game. Jessica Jones. Okay, this is looking pretty reasonable at the moment. I think we try and play for it all. As there's no chance we can't play everything towards the end here. And these rocks are hopefully clogged in my opponent's hand as much as they are going to be Khazar fodder for me. That is the plan anyway. There is the Killmonger, eats the Iceman. We've been doing a pretty good job of keeping our one-cost cards safe from this Killmonger, admittedly. Which is quite nice. There is Zabu Zabu. So we'll go... Ant-Man. So we want to keep Shana available where possible. So we do this. And Shana as a draw is just... Oh! Oh no!
My hand.
The Storm. We are not beating the Storm. Are we? The Rocks. We lose on Breakers. Oh my god. The Storm on Limbo. Alright. Dial in. Good game, opponent. Well navigated with the Storm there. I'm proud of you. Xandar coming up clutch. Okay. A little bit icy. Icy starts. Icy starts is fine by me. Necrotia. Necrotia's not great for us. I think we hold this Ant-Man for post-Bishop. Make ourselves a bit better against Killmonger. Oh, Plunder Castle is like a nightmare. Horrible set of locations this time. Killmonger early to clear the Iceman again. We really need to find the Shana this game, I think, because it'll hopefully help in the process of putting something into Plunder Castle, which we really can't play into otherwise.
Wind, aid my hand.
This is pretty rough. Storm locking us into one location is kind of nightmare fuel. So I think we just have to turn on the Ant-Man here, right? I don't think we really get much of a choice. The question is, if we hold the Shang-Chi, or if we hold the Rogue. It's not so much holding the Rogue, it's that Shang-Chi is worth more stats, right? If I'm going to be Valkyrieing, I think I'm more likely to want to do this. It's just worth more in stats to try and win the flooded location. Opponent with the vision, they can move out. Okay. Need the Shana here. Need the Shana here quite bad, I think. I guess if I was playing to the Shana, maybe I wasn't supposed to do this. But if my opponent moves, then I win the flooded area, so it's fine. Let's go. Not going to be enough here as they had a 6. How do you leave me with 0 in the middle? Gah! It had to be like enough power off the 1. We actually would have won Plunder Castle too. Okay. Down to the wire. Okay, Sanctum Sanctorium we can work with because again we do have access to Shana. Hopefully. Alright, so Killmonger has to be on the mine. Lumeria is fine. We can work around Lumeria. Khazar's a reasonable pickup. Looking for the Shana here to help access the otherwise inaccessible location. Okay, that helps too. So I think what we want to do is try and hedge around the Killmonger, making sure that something isn't in Sanctum Sanctorium. Opponent has the Lizard. So then we have to go Khazar here before the switch. And then we still have something in the Sanctum. No, we don't.
Wind, aid my hand.
So back to looking for the Shana. Oh, dude, this is so rough. We annoyingly have reveal priority, which I was trying to avoid. Still draw the Shana. The Killmonger comes down. Gonna need that Shana, I think. That is not it. God, would have been so good there. 1 in 4. So we don't have reveal priority, so can I do something dirty with Valkyrie here? Because we're only down by 1. I think that's probably our best shot. Sadly, no 1s in play to really make the most. If they play 3 things, we're going to be very sad. But we can't really play around that. Okay. Magnet Man's no good. We beat Magnet Man. Oh. 1. Okay, this one's close. This one is down to the goddamn wire. We're going into round 9 of play. What a sweat. Sinister London. Well, double Iceman is probably worth a slot there. Okay. Strange Academy has been very popular today. Are we holding this Ant-Man? Excuse me. I think we are. Now we definitely are, because I think we're likely to eat a fat Killmonger. This is also worth a slot, I think. Especially now that Starlight Citadel might actually move Sinister London somewhere else.
Wind, aid
Okay, opponent actually
my
turning that
hand.
off. So we now need to diversify in case Starlight Citadel spins flooding over here. So that's what we're going to do. I felt the Killmonger coming in my teeth. I think this is good for us though, right? Because the flooding just ends up being spun somewhere they can't access. Well, okay, so they can still access it thanks to Strange Academy. So I've got to do this, right? And then we set up a Valkyrie kill. Vision. So we do beat the vision going into flooded. That's okay. So we just have to go like this. Let's go. They've got reveal priority. I think we're good. They do indeed give a Magnet Man, which means I think we're just good. The Valkyrie should get us there, right? Whew. Okay, we save ourselves from having to purchase a variant for that game. Whew, 9 games of sweat. Look at that. What an insane one. Not long. Good lord, this is crazy. It's so cool to see people, like, eager to play. Alright. What are we against this time? Well, I guess we're going to find out what we're against this time, whether we like it or not. Because Weird World is, in fact, a location. Interesting. Do we want to hold this Nova? I kind of feel like we do. So opponent's on some kind of destroy. Deathwave, maybe? Well, I'm hoping there's a Killmonger in their deck. We have gained their death. Okay, well that's probably pretty good for us. I'm really hoping there's a Killmonger in their hand they want to play, or that I will be drawing, and I will play. Because, good lord, do I want to clear these raptors and garbage out. Excuse me. I do apologise. Still recovering from quite a nasty cold, so you will pick up the odd bit. Here and there. Okay. So, well, we definitely gained a wave. I think we're supposed to wait on that, to be honest, though. So if I'm hoping for this Killmonger, am I supposed to Shana yet? Seems kind of bad. I don't think I have much else to actually do, though, to be honest. Opponent with my Angela, sure. How do we keep hitting the 0? Admittedly, we hit a Quinjet, which is pretty good. The problem is now, I can't play my Serra. So I guess I'm supposed to go like this, with the intention of hopefully being able to have some stuff destroyed. This Killmonger absolutely plows me now. If it turns up, I am dead beyond belief.
Opponent snapped.
Okay, I would like to leave. We are absolutely not winning that one. But we got some pretty good information about what we're against. Looks like a pretty stock Death Wave. Which is good. We can work with that. We can work with stock Death Wave. Get a little icy. Preferably not in the sewer system, as Iceman does not serve himself particularly well over there. Alright. Sinister London is not a bad one. Gonna make some bishops in a moment, probably make some Khazars after that, but we do keep bumping into these Killmonger decks. These Killmonger decks are making it kind of hard for us to maximize Sinister London like we might wish we could. With the hood being doubled up, I have to absolutely assume they have it as well, so we're gonna have to be very patient here. Double bishop is quite good though. Double bishop is quite good, though.
Opponent snapped.
I'm not going anywhere on the snap just yet. I think we actually can win this game. Especially given that we have things like Valkyrie tucked in our deck that I don't know if my opponent currently knows about. Yeah, okay, there's a big fat Killmonger in the future, so we absolutely do not play any wands until it's gone. Or we try to make sure that we don't have reveal priority on turn 6. So we're going to hold things off for the moment. Just be patient. We don't have to get out of hand. We might have to snap on... we might have to go for it on turn 5, though. Because of Wave's existence. We might have to try and make sure that we don't get folded by a wave. Okay, there's the Killmonger. Okay. So the Killmonger is gone. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Which is good. We can definitely work with that. So now we probably just have to play around wave. And that means that I'm going to want Shang-Chi available in Sinister London, I think. Cool. Gives us the best shot of killing multiple waves. Definitely a bit dicey. So I'm guessing that we're going to unfortunately have reveal priority here, which is not what we wanted. Not what we wanted at all. Yeah. Okay. In which case, I sadly don't know if we can win this. We're not worried about leader. These mojos are never turned on. Think I want to give this one up? Don't lose to Arrow. Yeah, I think we have to let this go. Alright. Not the strongest start against Deathwave here. Let's see if we can't turn it around a little bit. Oh, casually kneeing my desk, which is exactly what I signed up for. Alright, we find the Shana. This is actually a weird one, right? Because of Weird World in Game 1, we don't actually know if our opponent knows about Shana or Valkyrie. We have to assume they don't, but we don't know that for sure. Nova coming down, sure. I do hope we play some non-Killmonger decks while doing this. It's definitely been somewhat detrimental to myself with the deck I chose to do it with. Excuse me, do apologize. Oh, dude, what the fuck? So Shana can get into Sanctum Sanctorium, which is a small win. I think I have to hold for now. Opponent indeed goes for the Carnage on this one. That's fine. So we've still got a Killmonger to worry about. We absolutely cannot Shana until 6, because we will get our ass Killmongered if we do. So we'll play the Khazar. They destroyed 2 things. Deathlock Demon, sure.
Cleared for takeoff.
So this could just be wave. Could just be wave. So I guess what I'm trying to do here is this. I think so. There is indeed the wave. We have the Zabu to try and circumvent to some extent. So the question is, where do we think the death is going? Because we gotta take the chance. For that reason, we don't have reveal priority, so I think what I do is this, and assume that my opponent can't get into Sanctum Sanctorium. Excuse me. They go mid. Aero. Well, that's not good for you. That's not good for you at all. Oh my god, are you kidding? Am I going to lose on breakers because it's a squirrel girl? Oh my god. Why couldn't you give me more than 1 power, Shana? Come on. Oh. Alright. Alright, Shana letting the side down by putting a squirrel girl into the one location where we needed 2 power. We go again. We go again. Definitely having one heck of an uphill battle with this one. Gonna need a fair bit of help. Yondu eats the Valkyrie. Okay, so now they do know about that if they didn't know about it before. We have not done a good job at seeing it. Alright, well, if I die to this hand, I die to this hand. So be it. Angela comes on down. Tinkerer's Workshop, mostly irrelevant for our series. We're going to be playing the Zabu anyway. The question is, can we afford to hold this Shana? And I think we probably can. Make sure we don't get Killmongered. Opponent waves now. Okay, deal. I accept. We'll get this Sarah on the table. Just make all the 4-cost cards cost 1. Opponent leaders. Leader doesn't do what they were hoping it would do. Alright, so I think we absolutely have to hold the Shana. The problem with that is I don't know if we can win Stark Tower if we let Shana do the lifting. Yeah, we absolutely have to hold. Gonna have to risk Killmonger fucking us up a bit here. Think so. The Hood. Interesting.
All systems go.
So we have a demon to beat at least, but the Shang-Chi can win Stark Tower. So we do this, 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 and hope that we're good. Okay. Still in it. Still in it. The comeback begins. Round 5. Okay. Five to 8 isn't the best, but after 4 games, we can live with that, I think. Still very winnable. Tinkerer's Workshop here is actually pretty good. Alright.
Oh, snap.
I'm gonna die sometimes, and that's okay. Gotta start getting these cubes back from Razor here if we want to win this one. Nova and no other play. Okay, so got to be a little concerned about this Killmonger still for now. No need to rush. This probably ends up being Angela Kazar next turn. Put him with the Yondu. Eats the Ant-Man. We can live with that. That's not too important. Valkyrie's a great pickup here. So I expect this to be Killmonger this turn. Into wave next turn is my immediate thought process. Okay, no Killmonger coming. So this is still probably going to be wave next turn, but there's no way they Killmonger anymore. They've got a demon in play. So I'm not sure we have to worry about that. Okay. It's going to be a little unfortunate here if we lose the 50-50 on the Zabu, but we'll... do we ever play around that? Maybe we do play around that. Sucks to be losing stats on Angela, potentially. But I think we have to make sure that we can access all of our lanes with this Valkyrie. Trying to keep reveal priority off as well, which this might do. I don't think we can ever afford to not play the Sarah, but I guess not juicing up the Angela probably gives us a better shot at keeping reveal priority off. So probably worth thinking about there. Put arrows me. Okay. I think I'm okay with that as well. This could definitely be a little unlucky if both of them flip mid. Dude, our luck with this goddamn Strange Academy has sucked. We don't have reveal priority, which is lovely. So what we do is we go Shana Shang-Chi. No, we do these afterwards, right? We go Valkyrie, Shana Shang-Chi. Think so. If we die, we die. Much like the ambulance you hear behind me. Somebody's dying. We keep losing Strange Academy flips in this series to have locations get full, and it's like absolutely tragic. There's the death. We beat the death. Because we have the Shang-Chi. Okay. We are now ahead. Can we keep it up? The comeback trail continues. I'm not sure if the opponent knew we had a Shang-Chi till just then. I think they've seen it before. I think. So again, I like holding Ant-Man against the Killmonger decks. Excuse me, I do apologise once again. I think holding it makes a lot of sense when you don't have to play into Killmonger just yet. Opponent with the Nova coming on down. Bar Sinister. That feels like it's probably not very good for us. Unless we can line up like, I guess, Sarah. Kazar? Maybe we can line up Kazar. Opponent with the Bucky. Definitely regretful of not having an armor in my list right now because, good lord, is
Opponent snapped.
they want to play for it all, huh? His hand seems like it should be good enough to stick around. He says sheepishly. There is the Deathlock. So I'm very much expecting the death. The question is whether or not we have to try and beat death plus arrow, which might be a bit harder. Sadly, these aren't going to be in Shang-Chi range when they get buffed, as much as I was hoping they would be. So now I guess the plan is just make everything really cheap. There is the wave. The wave doesn't really matter here. Maybe it does. I think I'm supposed to do this, as it gives me another Shang-Chi. But then they do know about the Shang-Chi at that point. But the plan will have to be to fill every location so Arrow can't make my shit move. They do just wave again.
All systems go.
Is this winnable? It feels like this should be winnable. Where does the Shang-Chi go? So the problem is Arrow knocks this up to 10. think it looks like this. This is close. They go with the arrow. Do we beat the arrow? I'm not sure we beat the arrow. Did we just do that? Holy shit! Titania! Oh my god! Shauna, you beast! Oh my god! Wow! What a game!